Hello and welcome back, all my Dragon Ball theorists. In the recent DBS manga chapter 71, we have this awesome moment for Vegeta, where Beerus scoffs at Goku, talking about his training and how strong he is now. So he turns to his new pupil Vegeta and throws something at him. "Take this," says Beerus. "Stick it on your ear. It's a symbol of those who can use destruction. Now get out there and prove that the God of Destruction's signature move is stronger than angel techniques." Vegeta agrees, and in the next panel even tells Beerus to calm down. "I have no intention of losing to Kakarrot," and we see this, dare I say, proud look on Beerus' face, where it feels like something he has been wanting for a long time is finally happening. Has Beerus secretly been training Vegeta to be his replacement as God of Destruction of Universe 7? Well, it seems that way since the very beginning. When Vegeta first questioned who Whis really was, Whis lured Vegeta in with a statement that he knew would fire up the Prince of Saiyans. "I see you've substantially increased your power through training, but no matter how long you try, you'll never beat Beerus-sama that way. Learn to control your energy. If you can do that, you'll be able to surpass that Saiyan, Son Goku." Say no more, Vegeta is in and asks Whis if he can teach him to control his energy, even kneeling before Whis, eagerly hoping that he will agree to train him. After a tense moment, Whis agrees, but under one condition. If you become a God of Destruction, that is. So this idea of Vegeta training to be a God of Destruction was planted long ago. Of course, Vegeta didn't agree to those terms, and instead won Whis over with ramen, the tastiest food on Earth. Then he would depart to Beerus' home planet to start his training. However, we learned that Beerus does in fact have an interest in Vegeta, and perhaps that is why Whis asked him on Earth to become a God of Destruction. Once Goku joins Vegeta on Beerus' planet to train, Whis tells them their energy is seeping out and they must control it. They resume fighting, and after a clash of fists, they both manage to completely control their energy, which then they see praise from Whis. Who'd have thought that they'd come so far so fast? Well, Beerus, of course. Whis confirms Beerus-sama was correct about having his eye on these two, almost as if Beerus is nurturing a replacement to take over for him someday. This would explain Beerus' close interaction with the Saiyans, and even intervening when it was crucial. When Frieza was cornered on Earth, he decided to destroy it and take everyone with him. Vegeta and everyone left on Earth were wiped out in an instant. However, Goku and his friends around him were protected by Whis. This is where Beerus tells Goku that his softness caused all this. Send Frieza back to his so-called flower garden. I believe this was a test for Goku to see what he was made of and if he could destroy despite his kind nature. He was up for the task though, and Whis rewinded time to give the Saiyans another chance. Goku destroyed Frieza with a Kamehameha and everyone was saved. Afterwards, they all enjoyed a meal in celebration, which many of us always said that Beerus wouldn't let anything happen to Earth because of their food. However, I really believe that it's because after millions of years, Beerus wants to retire from being a God of Destruction, and Goku and Vegeta are clearly the best candidates. We know Whis isn't allowed to intervene in affairs of mortals because he is an angel. It's been stated time and time again. However, Lord Beerus, as a destroyer god, gets to decide what lives and dies in his universe. It's in the job description. As time goes on though, despite Goku's strength, his kind heart and personality, I believe, eliminated him as a possible candidate. He really isn't a destroyer type material, which at the tournament is probably one reason why he was able to ascend and temporarily attain a mastered Ultra Instinct state, an ability that requires a calm, tranquil heart in the face of danger. Not only that, Beerus got to see Belmod put something in motion he has been thinking about. Beerus saw Belmod's candidate Toppo ascend to God of Destruction. We learned firsthand that gods can have candidates to train under them and they actually can retire. Then watching Vegeta ascend past Super Saiyan Blue to lay a smackdown on Toppo, defeating his destruction energy, probably settled in Beerus' mind that Vegeta is his guy. This finally set up the perfect moment for Beerus to recruit Vegeta as his pupil, secretly with the intentions of him taking his place. After Goku transforms to Ultra Instinct and starts sparring with Whis, Beerus casually asks Vegeta, "You're not going to try to master it too?" "It doesn't suit me," Vegeta replies. We see a grin on Beerus' face. "Didn't think so." Vegeta claims, "I'll surpass Kakarrot another way." "Oh yeah? It might be possible, but that's up to you, cause Ultra Instinct ain't the only technique of the gods." A perfectly laid trap by Beerus to get Vegeta interested. That's just the angel's specialty, or did you really think us gods of destruction would run around using a move where you gotta keep your heart all calm and tranquil? Once again, Beerus uses the Goku card to get Vegeta to train as a god of destruction. First on Earth with Whis, and now himself after all this time. Vegeta screams, "What do you use? Tell me this technique you gods of destruction use." Beerus tries to act coy about training Vegeta as it isn't in his job description, even though it is what he really wants to do. Then he states, "Anyway, I'm going to exercise to wake myself up. If you see anything you want, feel free to steal it." When we take a look at chapter 69 of the manga and read what Beerus says to Vegeta with the idea he wants him to become a god of destruction, I think it makes more sense. How many planets have you Saiyans destroyed? Hard to say. Fighting was the only way of life for my people, so we had a way of racking up sin after sin. Beerus chimes in, "Sin, huh? However, it wasn't until Frieza's clan came along and began using us that the destruction and invasions became business as usual." Beerus inquires, "So you're trying to lay all the blame for your wicked ways on Frieza and his people?" No, not in the least. In his pursuit for power, my father built his kingdom atop countless deaths. Frieza's clan taking control didn't help, but the seeds of the Saiyans' destruction were sown before that. So it was the Saiyans' destiny to be wiped out then? I'd say so. Ridiculous. But never mind that. My people's problems aren't your concern. I'm saying it's ridiculous, Beerus screams. Shocking Vegeta. What? What do you mean? Weren't you going to show me a technique used by the gods of destruction? What could that possibly have to do with the history of the Saiyans? Plenty, as Beerus casually destroys a planet behind Vegeta, demonstrating his destructive power. Was that the technique? That was just a small glimpse of what I can do. How can I acquire such power? And before Vegeta can finish his sentence, Beerus is on the attack, driving him into the ground. As long as doubt weighs down your soul, this power will never be yours to wield. Doubt, you say? Your own crimes aside, you're feeling guilty for the sins of all Saiyans. That's awfully self-centered of you, mortal. Beerus then forcefully chucks Vegeta into a tree and finally reveals something we always wanted Vegeta to hear. Here's a fun fact. The one who suggested that Frieza eliminate the Saiyans was me. Vegeta now putting the pieces together from everything he has known since even a young child, which is why I decided on these background images. Beerus was always a part of Vegeta's life, the Saiyans' harsh ways, and even their extinction. Still think it was destiny? You're just going to accept that? Go on, try me. I'll obliterate you too. Vegeta powers up and calls Beerus scum. I have this kind of Star Wars vibe of Darth Vader trying to enrage Luke to bring him over to the dark side, and Emperor Palpatine is like, good. That is what Beerus is doing. He's trying to set Vegeta free from his past and turn him into a destroyer god. After Vegeta and Beerus clash, it is clear that Beerus' power is still worlds apart from his new disciple. Everything those Saiyans did in the past, what's it got to do with you now? As long as you're trapped by the past, you'll never manage to grow past this point. Vegeta tries to manage one last attack on Beerus, but it's met with his signature move instead, leaving Vegeta defeated on the ground. Beerus then solidifies the path for Vegeta to take. My mind's always on destruction and nothing else. That's why there's no limit to my power. Listen, if you really want this power, you're going to have to destroy any stray thoughts and recreate yourself from scratch. Before creation comes destruction. Get it? Vegeta's shocked by this, and likely it's due to a flashback of Toppo's claims at the tournament. Remember Toppo cast everything aside in order to gain the power to become a god of destruction? It was his decision to recreate himself and take on this new role. Will Vegeta be asked to do the same thing and take Beerus' place among the gods? It's hard to imagine that Vegeta will totally recreate himself as Toppo did, but that type of sacrifice might be required in order to become a god. Remember Vegeta back then said he would cast away nothing. His love for his family and his promise to Cabba gave Vegeta the power to overcome Toppo. Regardless, Beerus finally has a candidate in training to become a god of destruction someday. Now Vegeta is poised to test out his newfound power, and like Toppo, if the situation is truly desperate this arc and everything he cares about could be wiped out, perhaps Vegeta will make a decision to become a destroyer god. Then Beerus can finally rest and retire. Now tell me, has Beerus been secretly training Vegeta to take his place? Do you think it's possible that we can eventually see God of Destruction Vegeta? As always, I love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. Also, please subscribe to support the channel and turn on that notification bell to keep those theories coming.